Hi everyone, welcome to this reading. If you are new here for the first time, please like, share and subscribe. If you are returning, welcome back. A bit about me first, I'm an intuitive tarot reader. All of my readings are timeless, so if you have stumbled across this reading, there most likely is a message in it for you. I am, as I said, an intuitive reader. I receive messages prior to the reading via songs, through downloads, through meditation, through TV shows, movies that I'm guided to watch or have watched in the past that will replay parts of them in my mind's eye. Once I've collated the messages that I am receiving, I will come and do a reading to further clarify the message for the collective. I've been doing quite a few readings this morning. We had a beautiful sunny morning here, and all of a sudden it started to rain. So rain may be of significance to you. It's actually starting to rain really heavy now. So I am recording in artificial lighting, which I don't like to do. I like to record in the morning light. Now, when I started this reading, it was 1:11, or when I was preparing for this reading, shuffling the cards, it was 1:11. This morning, I have been in a battle with my dog. The neighbours at the back of our house have replaced some palings and cut down a heap of trees at the back of our house, which means my dog can now see into their yard. They have two dogs and they communicate with each other all day by barking at each other. They then go to the fence and they're friends. They're not aggressive with with each other, but they bark to call each other. Except what happens is my dog barks. The other dog doesn't come to the fence straight away. I call my dog inside because he's barking, and then the other dog then comes to the fence and starts barking back at my dog to call him back out to the fence. So I'm getting the energy here of a miscommunication or an inability to communicate, a lack of direct communication. And as I was meditating on the message I was receiving from what was happening with my dog, I was called to ask my daughter, who is also very, very intuitive and very psychic, to ask her for a song. And so I did. I asked her what song. I said, give me the first song that pops into your head, because we often pick up on the same energy. And she said, Traveling Soldier by the Chicks, or used to be the Dixie Chicks, a song that she's been singing over and over for the last couple of days. The irony about that song is it's about a soldier who's away at war in Vietnam, who is communicating with a young girl. They fall in love, but they are long distance and they are communicating backwards and forwards, waiting for letters from each other, until eventually she hears the list of names of the deceased soldiers from their town, and his name is read out. And the part of the song that she was singing was, our love will never end, waiting for the soldier to come back again, never more to be alone. And the letter says, a soldier's coming home. The other movie it reminded me of was Dear John, which again is that communication between two people who are in separation. One is in the military and the other back home. The letters that go backwards and forwards between the two. As I was shuffling, the Two of Cups, the Lovers and the Ace of Cups all showed themselves to me and flip themselves back in the deck. So they may also come out. I was also getting that you may be connecting with this person telepathically. If this reading resonates, you may be connecting with this person telepathically. Singing the same songs, thinking the same things. As I said, my daughter and I have a telepathic communication. I might be thinking, oh, I need to send her a text, and then at the same time she calls me. So there's something more spiritual about this connection, but it's not necessarily in the 3D. You are not, there is a separation. Now, as I went to put my camera up, after I'd done all my shuffling, I put my phone up to set up for the recording, and I didn't realize, but my playlist, which is always on random shuffle, had just been playing in the background, and it's on silent because when I put my microphone on, it cuts it out. But I didn't realize that there were songs actually playing through my random shuffle list, which is, thousands and thousands of songs. And when I picked my phone up, the song that was in the middle of playing was Long Distance Love by Little Feat, a confirmation that the messages that I'm receiving are correct. Okay, so we're going to pull some cards. This is my Lovebirds Tarot deck. All of the decks that I use on my channel are all illustrated by me. The last couple of years I have been guided intuitively by my guides to create a range of tarot and oracle decks. I'm using 6 of those, 3 oracle decks and 3 tarot decks today. As I said, they're all illustrated by me, working with my guides. And if you are drawn to any of those, the links to them can be found in the description box. This particular deck is the Lovebirds Tarot deck. So this is 2 people who love each other who can't be together for whatever reason. In this particular deck, they can't be together because there are third parties that are keeping them apart. And they put love first and fly away to their freedom. God turns them into a pair of birds and they fly away to their freedom. Just need to check that I'm recording. So this is my Lovebirds Tarot deck, if you are called to it. So the songs were Traveling Soldier by the Dixie Chicks and Long Distance Love by Little Feat. F-E-A-T, not F-E-E-T, Little Feat. I've not heard that song before. When my songs are on my random shuffle, I actually do the little random shuffle bit that's got the star on it, which means it also includes songs that I don't have on my playlist, which is fantastic because obviously there's thousands, millions of songs that have got beautiful, intricately woven meanings in them that align with messages that I'm receiving. So I've not heard that. I don't know the lyrics of that song. Long Distance Love, Little Feat. I will link both songs in the description box. If there's a music video, please check out the lyrics and also the music video because there may be more messages in that for you. Also, have a look at that movie, Dear John. 2 of Pentacles. And Aries, the Emperor. Somebody working. I don't know why it's coming up. We were talking yesterday in the car about the volcano that erupted in Pompeii. And I'm seeing the Emperor of an army and the worker. A higher power keeping, you know, if somebody's in the army, they're obviously under the rule of the colonel, the brigadier, the army. They're working under the rule of the army. The 2 of Pentacles is Jupiter in Capricorn. The Emperor is also, as I said, Aries. In this tarot deck, as I said before, these 2 decide to put their love first. They're held apart, they're kept apart. He works for her father, and it's her father that doesn't want them together. But she decides, and he decides independently that they want to be together, they want to put their love first, and so they both go and wait on these stairs for each other, like my dog waiting at the fence for the other dogs to come. Dogs may be relevant in your connection. Messages through animals. She waits on the steps for him. Waiting for the soldier to come back again is the line in that song, but it came out upside down. She's waiting, but he's not coming. Because he's working. Oh, sugar, and that's the truth. That communication between them, and that flipped out upside down, that's the truth, but the communication between them is limited because of the separation. Because of the separation. It's limited. The truth is limited because of the separation. He wanted to come out. I'm going to let him come out. This is him waiting on the stairs. He wants the same thing. Seven of Cups, chosen. They are each other's choice. We've got the Hermit there. The Hermit is somebody who's in isolation. They can't communicate with each other because there's something blocking. A separation is blocking. But they want the same thing. Communicating telepathically, telling each other that even though they're apart, they're building a nest for when they come back together. This is beautiful. Currently in Hermit mode. And here they are here. As I said, the King of Queen of Wands, waiting to meet each other on the step. Waiting for the soldier to come back again. Never more to be alone when the letter says a soldier's coming home. I love these readings. This is beautiful. Currently, this relationship is in Hermit mode. Five of Swords. Five of Swords is Venus in Aquarius. You may have that in your chart. Venus in Aquarius. Aquarius is the rebel. Aquarius is highly, highly independent, but also somebody who loves love, old-fashioned love, but also wants to be independent. And at the moment, there is an independence here. Five is change. There is an independence here, but a yearning for this beautiful love, waiting for the soldier to come back again. That long distance love. Okay, let's have a look. That was the King of Cups. I'll wait till it comes out properly. That is the full cup of love. Tell me about this Two of Pentacles and Emperor. Yeah, there's heartache here. Three of Swords, Saturn in Libra. So currently the North Node is in Aries and the South Node is in Libra. They are there for an 18-month period. I think they started midway through last year and they will go right through until January of 2025. Libra is, the South Node is in Libra. It's the relationships that you are leaving. The karmic lessons that you learn in those relationships, potentially the lessons that they are learning whilst they are in separation, that will bring them back together. Bring balance back into this relationship once they are reunited. And again, we've got the King of Wands. The King of Wands is up here. This is the guy standing on the step. He's now standing on the step, same card, standing on the step underneath the Queen of Wands. Slowly moving his way out of Hermit mode. To stand closer to his Queen of Wands. Knight of Wands, that is fast energy coming forward, fast energy coming forward. And what that's giving me, so very, very early on in my marriage, and I've been married nearly 25 years, but very early on when I first met my husband, he was actually in the military, he's not anymore. And he was on overseas deployments, multiple overseas deployments. And that gives me that feeling, now they're playing, obviously they come home and they're not on commercial flights, they're on defense flights. And this particular flight, the first time he was away for 6 months, this particular flight arrived, I think it was 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. We all had to go to the airport to collect them. And that feeling that feeling of that person, the world, the feeling of that person arriving home. I can't describe it. It's butterflies and excitement and fear and love and that first hug that you get from that person when they arrive home. That your world is now back at your feet. The world is Saturn. The things that you realize while you are in separation from that person. The lessons that you learn while you are in separation. This year is number 8, which is karmic cycles and abundance. Karmic cycles is Saturn, Knight of Wands, and that feeling of exhilaration when you see them coming through those doors at the airport. Almost like when you see somebody, when you get married, that first moment you see them, it's that kind of feeling. It's hard to describe. And you would know it. I mean, you don't have to have somebody in the military, but you would know it if you have been in separation from somebody that you love. The Knight of Pentacles. It's almost a slow, steady burn, waiting for that person to return. The Knight of Pentacles is stable and solid. I mean, if you think about the military, it runs like clockwork. There's no ifs or buts. You can't bend the rules. You do what you're told, and you do it on the dates that you're told. There's no way of bending anything, which in a way is a comfort, because you know the exact month that they're coming home, or the exact date or the time that they're coming home. And so it tends to ground you. But yeah, at that moment when they arrive, everything changes. 3 of Wands on the bottom. A new beginning. 3 of Wands is the Sun in Aries. So as I said, the lunar nodes are in Aries at the North Node is in Aries at the moment, where you are heading towards. And I think it finishes up in Aries in January next year. The Sun in Aries. So maybe you are in separation at the moment, or there's something about January that's relevant to this connection. Got the Lovers on the bottom. Oh, look, the Empress and the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands is the Moon in Sagittarius. Never more to be alone. That heartache you feel in separation. And look, it's going on top of the 3 of Swords there. That heartache you feel in separation. Perhaps this person thinking about his Empress to get him through those months apart. I know when we've visited Gallipoli in Turkey, now it's Anzac Day actually coming up, which is a day that Australia and New Zealand celebrate the soldiers. So we've got a big Anzac Day parade coming up. The soldiers that were in World War I, World War II, any of the wars really, over the last 100 years. And most of the really, really old guys have now passed away. There's not many of, I don't think there is any of them left actually from World War I. And if there is, they're too frail to come out. But the stories from those wars, and even the stories when we were in Gallipoli, which is where the Australians and New Zealanders primarily were, and the stories that they told there of when the fighting ended and the whistle blew and each side came up out of the trenches and they would exchange cigarettes, and they didn't know each other's language. But this beautiful story of one side ran out of paper and the other side ran out of tobacco. So they come up out of the trenches and there would be a note, you, me, tobacco every day, every day, every day, me, you, paper every day, every day, every day. And so they started this communication because they were far away from home, but they couldn't connect with each other. So we go back to that telepathically. They couldn't connect with each other, but they connected over something that was in common. And it was the fact that they just needed a point in that battle to decompress. So they would come up and they would share cigarettes and they would share photos of their wives and their children. This person thinking about their wives, their children, their person. And wanting to just be with them, the Chariot. Making that decision to commit to the other person. Maybe that's what this time apart has done. Solidified commitment to each other. And even if it hasn't been expressed yet, as I said, with those dogs coming backwards and forwards, maybe it hasn't been, maybe it's telepathically been expressed, or expressed through music with that Dixie Chicks Traveling Soldier song, if that's a song that you're hearing. Eight of Cups. Now, Eight of Cups can often be seen as a walking away, but for me, in this instance, it's a returning. It's a returning to something that is special and important to you after this separation period has ended. And the Eight of Cups is Saturn in Pisces. Learning through the lessons that you learned while being separated. Pisces is, well, learning through those lessons, which is Saturn in Pisces. Pisces is intuition. Learning through those lessons, being guided by your intuition, that where you need to be once this separation is ended is with each other. The Hermit. The Hermit on top of the Hermit. Learning this in this period of silence, in this period of no communication. Page of Pentacles, wanting to build a new beginning once this separation is over. Never more to be alone when the letter says a soldier's coming home. That's really lovely. Okay, I'm going to use my Divine Messages Oracle deck. We're going to see what messages want to come out from your guides. Evil Eye. Fated. So it was meant to happen this way. I'm going to get a card on that. I think I know what it is, but I'm just going to have Nine of Wands. Something there's something. Four of Pentacles. There's something in your life that's been holding you back, or holding this person back. And whether you're physically in the military, and maybe this has illuminated this person, or you, depending, or whether you are purely just in separation, and these songs are a reflection of what's going on. There is no military component of what's happening. This time of reflection, for you or for your person, this time of separation has illuminated you to people, things in your life, and it was meant to, because it was fated also. Illuminated you to things in your life that are keeping you stuck. Look, we got Nine of Wands, Nine of Wands. Moon in Sagittarius. That's two things that are hidden. And what have we got under there? The Emperor and the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is a card about choice. Maybe there was something going on in your person's life where they were weighing up two options. Maybe they were weighing up you and something else. And there was an emperor in their life, an evil-eyed emperor. And they've been placed in An Emperor in their life that's causing heartache, because we've got 9 of Wands and 9 of Wands. That's 18 Wands. Something that's hidden. 9 of Wands is Moon in Sagittarius. Something that's hidden that's been causing heartache. And because you are in separation, it's allowed this person to see through an illusion that's been happening. Something that's been happening that maybe they've been separated from this Emperor figure. It could be a mother, it could be a workplace, it could be family members, it could be a group of friends. But they're in separation and in hermit mode. I can see, and it's honestly, it's so heavy, the rain. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. It's allowed them, 8 of Cups, to walk away. It's allowed them, it's given them the clarity to walk away from something that they couldn't quite get a grasp of because it was right in front of their face. What's that? I can't see the forest for the trees. And now they can. You know, if you think of somebody in the military, somebody, those young men that went away to war from Australia, they were on the other side of the world. Now, Australia's far enough away as it is, but back then, it was months and months and months and months and months on a boat to get to Turkey, which is where Gallipoli was, which is that battle that I was talking about. So long on a boat just to get there before the war even started. And some of those poor guys, if you research Gallipoli, as they got off the boats onto the beach, they were killed on the beach. They didn't even get up to the battleground. And then, of course, that information then has to come back to their friends, family, loved ones that they've passed away, which is part of the line in that song, Traveling Soldier. She finds out, she's waiting for a letter from him, but she finds out that he's passed away when it's announced over the loudspeaker at a local football game, a list of the dead. Somebody's been put somewhere, and whether it's you or them, somebody's been put somewhere to illuminate the importance of this fated connection, but also to illuminate those people within their surroundings that are potentially causing them harm. And that might be somebody on the battlefield. Maybe they've been on a battlefield in their life. 4 of Pentacles is fear. It's staying stuck. And underneath we've got the Strength card. The Strength card is number 8. As I said, 8 this year is the number 8. Karmic lessons. And then abundance coming through once you've learnt those lessons. Walking away from the things that don't serve them. Delays. When somebody is separated from you, there are delays. There are things that you cannot control. And all you can do is just internally focus on yourself. Release control, perfectly blind. Some things are meant to be hidden. People in your life, people in this person's life that were meant to be a part of it in a toxic way because you needed to learn the skills of trusting your intuition. Tapping into this 3 of Swords energy, this 9 of Wands energy, understanding why it is that you felt stuck, understanding why it is that you felt hurt, and then assigning those feelings to people around you so that when you have this new beginning with this person, you are skilled in the knowledge, you are able to, I'm hearing you are able to see the enemy. And you're able to walk away from things because you now have insight, you now have inner vision. Whereas before you were blind, you didn't have it. Get off the grid, hermit mode. That's what this person's had to do. And they're meant to have done that in order to learn these lessons. To cut the people, the South Node in Libra, to cut those relationships out of their life. But they had to be removed from them in order to recognize the toxicity in them. And it's interesting actually, because I was talking to my daughter yesterday. She's got a friend who went at the beginning of COVID, went back to her family because her grandmother is unwell in Lebanon. And once she was there, she couldn't come back. And then obviously her grandmother has gotten more and more unwell. But she was talking to my daughter about the fact that all of the people that were her longtime friends, she's lost contact with. Nobody's connected with her while she's been away. And it's only been my daughter and a handful of other people who she didn't deem as really close friends that have remained in contact with her. And what it's done is it's illuminated the relationships in her life where she thought there was volume and loyalty and love. It's illuminated that the things that she was investing in weren't actually investing in her. Lack of respect. I didn't look at that until just then. A lack of respect. The people that she was investing in weren't actually investing in her. Maybe this is what this Nine of Wands and Three of Swords is. Double, double. Getting off the grid has allowed you to actually see who you should be investing in. This Empress, what you want to nurture. Empress energy. And this needed to happen, as I said, fated. This needed to happen this way, because if you had have entered this relationship, this new relationship with this person, when they return from that separation that you are in, if they come back, if you come back to this relationship with all of these people who you think are loyal and valuable to you in tow, it can potentially pull this relationship apart. I'm going to do one more. This is really lovely. Yeah. It's highlighted things that are done in the dark. Two Hermits, hidden, things that are done in the dark. Maybe now that you are in separation, you are recognizing hidden things. I know when I had a great group of friends when I did a working permit, working holiday for a year when I was 20 to 21, nearly 30 years ago. And all the people that I used to go out night clubbing with and, had great time, great partying with prior to when I went away. And I came back and I remember going to a party. It was somebody's 21st birthday when I got back. And I remember going to the party and walking in and just looking at these people and having no connection with them anymore. It was almost like they were foreign to me. But it needed to be that way. I needed to remove myself from that group of people to recognize who was actually my friend and who wasn't. New connections, so that I can make new connections, which I did. I came home and my husband and I got engaged and, subsequently got married. Perfect match. That's lovely. Okay, we're going to look at what angel is guiding you at this time. During this separation. And if I look at that, I just saw that word miscommunication. I was talking about the dogs and, messages going across and obviously letters in that song that are being sent backwards and forwards. And there may be some sort of miscommunication that's happening, but it's because there's the ends of these karmic lessons that are happening. The focus at the moment is on recognizing who is good and who needs to stay in your life and who needs to be cut out with that Libra South Node, the relationships that need to be cut out. Aries North Node is moving forward to a new connection. Your North Node is your point of destiny. 34, Lahia helps control anger. Maybe seeing people in a new light now that you have been removed from them. 28, health and longevity. 59, fertility and abundance. Fertility, going straight on top of the Empress. Elamia, protects during travel and mental illness. Number 43, Velua, protection from your enemies. There you go. You've been removed, or your person's been removed from a situation where there were hidden enemies. (43) and 34, that's 7-7. Protection from your enemies and helps control anger. It's divine protection. Redirection is divine protection. Being angry about being somewhere that you don't want to be, and maybe being in separation with somebody that you love, is actually divine protection, but not divine protection from this person that you love. Divine protection from people in your life, hidden things that are done in the dark that you didn't realize were your enemies. Look at that. Number 12, Hahia. Adversity, lucid dreaming, and discerning secrets. You're finding out information about people, or your person is finding out about people in their life that didn't have their best interests at heart. Either through lucid dreaming, meditation, downloads, songs, tarot readings. (45) Motivation and willpower. And on the bottom we have 63, Annual, travel, business, banking, and commerce. I know when, as I said, my husband was in the military, there were many girls, young silly girls, who would start dating these guys in the army when they found out that they were going away on overseas deployment, because obviously they get a lot of the places where they went, you know, the money that they earned was tax-free, and so they were getting all this income, and these guys stupidly gave this new girl that they'd fallen in love with, they gave this new girl their credit card, all of their stuff, their banking details, whilst they were away, only to find out that when they got home after a 6-month deployment, that the entire bank account had been cleaned out. Hidden things that are done in the dark. These things happen so that, and it might be 6 months of grief, finding out that somebody has done you wrong, but better than a lifetime with that person. Things coming up to the surface. Okay, I'm going to get, my throat just closed up. I'm going to get some messages from your person. What would they tell you if they could? If the communication was able to be free, what would they tell you if they could? That they're breaking bad habits. You help me heal. I'm feeling vulnerable. I wish we could be together now, or right now. Self-confidence. That came out upside down. They've been working on their self-confidence. Or you have. I want you to put yourself first. That is making sure that you use every ounce of this time apart to work on yourself. Oh, look. I have never forgotten you. I need some time to sort through my thoughts. This is this hermit node. There's something about the lunar nodes. Hermit mode that this person is in. You are often on my mind. I said that before. with the Two of Pentacles and the Emperor. As they're working, they're thinking about you. You're helping them heal, helping them break bad habits. Maybe you're an inspiration to them. We need more balance. And that happens through separation. I'm scared we will lose our friendship if I tell you how I feel. Soulmates. Possibly when this person, when you went into separation, you were friends. Love is the greatest healer. And on the bottom, I'm ready to leave my old life behind. They've recognized the things, or you've recognized the things in your life that you need to separate yourself from. And again, that's why I said, what did I say? Something about something mode. But I said node. That north node, south node alignment currently that's happening at the moment, allowing you to release the things that are not good for you. The people, the friendships, the relationships, the workplaces that are not good for you. So finally, we're going to get Scrabble tiles. They've got letters and numbers on them. I'll read both out. Could be your first, middle, last initial, or that of your person, or something that pertains to the connection that you are in. That's it. Normally we get lots out, but that's it. Okay, we've got a P and a 3. A B and a 3. An N and a 1. An I and a 1. A G and a 2. Instagram. Maybe you're communicating through Instagram. An F and a 4. An X and an 8. Oh, an A and a 1. And an L and a 1. Okay, that's what I've got for you today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope this reading resonated with you. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to be notified of my upcoming readings, please hit the notification bell. If you are interested in any of my tarot or oracle decks, as I said, the links to those can be found in the description box. I will also link the song Dixie Chicks Traveling Soldier, or the Chicks, I think they've changed their name to, the Chicks Traveling Soldier, and Long Distance Love by Little Feat in the description box. Please have a look at the lyrics or the music videos, as there may be more messages in there for you. Also have a look at that movie Dear John. There may be some messages in that movie. I haven't watched that movie in a good number of years, but it is very good. I've watched it multiple times. So if you're after a nice romantic movie by the same guy that did The Notebook, the book is the same author, so that same sort of theme running through. Okay, that's it for me. Thanks again. Wishing you a beautiful rest of the day, and it has actually stopped raining now, so yeah, that's nice. Okay, I will see you again in another reading.